Previously on Divorce Court. Mrs. Batey, why are we in court today?
I'm tired of the lying. I'm tired of the cheating. I'm ready to hand over the papers. His phone starts ringing. It's like 3 in the morning, and I figured out who she was. And then after that happened, this man looks me in my eyes and tells me that she is pregnant. Our electricity got cut off because he decided to pay her rent.
It's better that than she looks around and wants to put me on child support.
That's what comes with a man who has obligations outside of your home.
So I gave him $4,500 as a down payment on a car. He went out and bought a whole bunch of production equipment.
What happened to that money?
It's put up.
Put up where?
Away from her.
It needs to be accounted for because you have a family.
Right.
And not only that, Your Honor, he sat there and cheated on me with my friend.
Huh?
And I never would have thought that my husband would sit here and do this with somebody I consider my friend.
You know that's trifling.
That is.
You know, this just seems like lying and cheating and
It definitely is, Your Honor.
deception.
I have one more thing. I sat there, and this is something that happened recently. Our son just turned 3. I sat there, and I'm trying to put together our son's invitations or whatever on Canva. So I went and got his iPad, and I'm like sending pictures to the iPad, going through the iPad, adding pictures and stuff. Your Honor, why am I scrolling through pictures? And actually, if you would, I admitted it to evidence, and we could look at the picture together of what I found in my husband's iPad.
Let's see. What? Oh.
That is my husband's name on another woman's bottom, and he claims that it's his ex. But yet, that for one, that tattoo looks fresh to me.
Well, here's my question. I can't tell by the picture how fresh it was, but they always have a date.
It was recent. So our son's birthday.
Meaning younger than your son?
Of the date of the photo being in there, yes.
Yes.
But he did just recently get that iPad, but I still don't think it's his ex.
No. Let me be very clear. I have a picture in my phone from my first date with my husband. It never changes the date on the picture, no matter how many different phones I've had in the 9 years we've known each other. So the date of the picture still says October 29th, 2015. That's what it always gonna say, okay?
That
Sir,
was 4 years ago.
4 years ago.
4 years ago.
You're telling me right before you met or got serious with your now wife is when this young lady got your name tattooed on her rear end?
Yes, that's my ex.
So you fly like that women just get your name tattooed on their behind?
Yes, Your Honor. Apparently he likes to brand all of us because I got a tattoo on my wrist too of his name.
Forgive me for saying this, but that was dumb on your part.
No, it definitely was.
And I'm not gonna sugarcoat it.
It definitely was.
That's dumb. Okay, for you to put somebody else's name on your body, that don't even make no sense.
It doesn't.
You got her name on your body?
No, I don't.
Yes, ma'am. And then it just never ends with the stories. He cannot tell the truth for the life of him. I had his location, and this is another story. I had his location one day, and he sits there and he tells me, I'm finna go to my brother's house to, get some steam. Even though we have our trust issues and that, I still sit there and try to have a little bit of separation because I know it's not healthy for us to be all up underneath each other. So he says he's going to his brother's house. I just randomly decided to check his location. I don't know if it was God just telling me,
no,
check
Mr.
this
Batey,
location.
you don't trust him. And Mr. Batey, you know your wife don't trust you, so you shouldn't even be doing stuff like that because she gonna look. Leon Panetta over here gonna find it, okay?
Right.
He sat there and I checked his location and I don't recognize the address of where he's at. So I'm literally like okay, I'm texting, I'm calling. Calls ignored, texts ignored. I'm like all right, bet, this is what we're doing. So I call my sister up and I tell my little sister, hey, I don't know where my husband is. I don't know whose house this is. Can you go drive past and see if you see his car? I also submitted that evidence to court of my sister sitting there and driving past his red Camaro in front of somebody's house that I don't even know. At the time, I didn't know whose house
I'd
this
like
was.
to see the evidence, please. Okay, so this is allegedly Mr. Batey's car.
No, it's definitely Mr. Batey's car.
Okay. Mr. Batey, do you agree that's your car?
That's my car.
Okay. And you're telling me that that was a house that you were unaware of, and it certainly was not his brother's house where he was supposed to be.
Yes, ma'am. His
Mr.
brother
Batey,
lives in an apartment.
Let's cut to the chase, Mr. Batey. Whose house?
That was my brother's house.
You're capping. He lives in an apartment, and I know you're capping.
He
And
moved.
the fact that you're continuing to lie on this stand, like we didn't have to sit there and take baby shower gifts to your baby mama because that's her mama's house, just shows how much of a liar you are.
The same baby mama who lives on her own and I'm paying her rent.
Oh, wait a minute now. You're telling me you have figured out whose house that was?
Yes, ma'am. We picked his son up from the house and everything.
So you recognize not just the car, but you recognize the house.
I recognize the car. I didn't know whose house it was at the time.
But subsequent to this.
eventually, we had to go there and drop some gifts off,
Tag,
and I
you're
figured
in.
it out.
Your Honor, I don't make the best decisions. But I'm
Excuse
not.
me, Corey. That is the understatement of the century.
But I'm not dumb. I'm not gonna take her to drop gifts off at my baby mother's house, knowing that I potentially got caught up there. It just don't make sense. I'm not gonna share my location with her, knowing that I'm at my baby mama's house and she has the location.
Didn't you say that was the mother?
His mom's house, her mama's house.
Right.
Why would I be at her mama's house if she got her own place?
I don't
And
know.
I'm paying the rent.
I have no earthly idea why you would do the things you
I'd kick my feet
do.
up there. I would rather kick my feet up there than go to her mother's house. I'm paying rent there.
It's very clear that your wife does not trust you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask your mother why.
I was calling my son, he wasn't answering the phone. But finally he answered, I said, where are you? He says, I'm with my baby mama. Meanwhile, he left Dariya at home with his child with the baby mom. That is unacceptable. I just couldn't believe it. It's off the chain.
Your Honor, even his mom knows that he's bad news and that he's a liar. I
As a
even
matter
brought
of
his
fact, you
mom
brought
in.
his mother
Yes, I
as
brought
your
his
witness.
mother as my witness to talk about his character.
Corey just looked at me and said, do tell. Okay. Well, the only thing left to do then is to ask the witness to join us. Corey, will you please do the honors?
Sure thing.
It's very clear that your wife does not trust you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask your mother why. Hello, Mrs. Batey. How are you?
Good. How are you today?
I am well. Thank you so very much. Will you do me a favor and introduce yourself for the record?
Hi, I am the defendant's mother. I love my son. He is a wonderful father, but as you in the world see today, he is not such a good husband.
Well, out of the mouth of mother. So I was gonna ask you, what is your opinion on this marriage? And now I see on your face you about to tell me.
Well, they got married too young.
Yes, ma'am.
As you can see, they still got a lot of growing up to do. Well, the reason that they end up getting married is because Jacobi got the young lady pregnant. Dariya says she's not gonna be a baby mother like the other one. She needs to be a wife. So they got married. Kobe married her to save face. Dariya married Jacobi to one up the other female.
And at 22 and 23 years old, they have now connected their lives through children, and they are paying the price and the ramifications of it. Am I correct, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm just concerned. What have you directly observed to give me an example of what you see as problematic behavior?
One night I was calling my son. I had an urgent matter going on. I was calling my son. He wasn't answering the phone. So I then called Dariya's phone, and she told me that he was in the club with his friends. But finally he answered, I didn't hear any music, and I said, where are you? He says, I'm with my baby mama. But you think that's bad. Meanwhile, he left Dariya at home with his child with the baby mom. That is unacceptable. I just couldn't believe it. It's off the chain. It is off the chain.
Mr. Batey, your mother just put you on blast, full
Yes, she
monkey
did.
blast, as we say in my family.
Can we submit evidence that she's my mother?
But you know what? She not having that. Better known as Kobe shenanigans. Am I right, Miss Batey?
That's totally right. I raised him to be a better husband than he's being to Dariya.
And so basically your mother's saying you're not just embarrassing yourself, but you're embarrassing her. Because, sometimes I look at a litigant and go, who raised you? But I can see you was raised correctly. Why you're not making the decisions that your mother taught you how to make, sir? What's going on?
I don't know. After the proposal, I never cheated. That's all I could say. She could say this, she could say that, but there's no evidence being submitted that I did anything.
So why, Mr. Batey, would you be lying about where you are all the time? Because that is a consistent theme that is running through this testimony today, that every single time you are given the option to tell the truth, you choose a lie. What is that about, sir?
I don't think I'm lying.
Mr. Yarbrough, question 1. We asked, have you had any sexual contact with anyone Dariya is not aware of?
Polygraph examination results indicated.
Lying. Give us lying. Give us lying. Give us lying.
Who wouldn't cheat on you?
You better not.
I work 2
Don't
jobs.
talk to her like
I work
that.
2 jobs. Come
Don't talk
home,
to her like
cook,
that.
clean, take care of the kids, and what do?
You told your now wife that you were at the club.
Yes, ma'am.
When you spoke to your mother from the alleged club, she discovered that you were not there.
Yeah, I was at the club. I make music, so I'm gonna want to be around music and the music that is trending today.
But you were not at the club.
I was at the club, but you can always leave the club.
So you happened to leave the club to end up with the baby mama when your mother happened to call in that exact moment.
Allegedly.
Come on now. Come on.
You know what? I'm gonna turn to my expert witness.
Yes, ma'am.
What do you think should happen here?
This is a tough one.
I know, because you love your son.
I love my son and I love my daughter-in-law, but my daughter-in-law needs to be stronger. My son is used to being raised by a pack of lions. But right now, look at my daughter-in-law. She's giving kitty cat. He does not want a kitty cat. He wants her to be a lion. He does. He wants her to be a lion. My son is a good father, but right now, he's not being a good husband. You got to do better, son, because I raised you better. But I need Dariya to take back her power. I need Dariya to be strong. I need her to be a lion is what I need. And he wants her to be a lion, too. She needs to be independent.
As the witness has laid out so eloquently, you need to work on yourself to become a better man and a better husband. You need to work on yourself to take back your power and be the lioness that you are and stop being a baby cub. That is what Mrs. Batey just laid out. And I can't disagree with her in the least tiny bit. It seems as if you all fell into a marriage of convenience, and now you are figuring it out that it's not that convenient. Miss Batey?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna ask you to stand with the plaintiff because one of the things that Miss Batey asked for was answers.
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Batey said that he has not cheated since after the proposal. And he submitted himself voluntarily for a polygraph examination. Am I correct, Mr. Batey?
Yes, Your Honor, you're correct.
You want to prove to your wife that the mistakes that you've made are in the past. Am I correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Let's see. Will you please ask the expert to join us, Corey?
Sure thing.
Hello, sir.
Good day, Your Honor.
Would you please introduce yourself?
Certainly. My name is John Yarbrough. I'm a certified polygraph examiner. I'm also a member of the American Polygraph Association, and I've conducted hundreds of polygraphs for various law enforcement agencies around the state, as well as professional and private polygraphs.
Mr. Yarbrough, question 1. We asked Mr. Batey, after becoming engaged to Dariya, have you had sexual contact with anyone that was at your brother's house who she's unaware of? That was a very specific question.
That was.
What was Mr. Batey's answer?
His answer was no.
And what did the test results indicate?
The polygraph examination results indicated he was being truthful.
No deception.
No deception indicated.
Told you. I told you.
The second question that was asked, Mr. Yarbrough, we asked Mr. Batey, have you had any sexual contact with the girl Diamond that Dariya is not aware of. Am I correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
What was Mr. Batey's answer?
He answered no.
And what did the test results indicate?
The polygraph examination results indicated he was being truthful to that question.
No deception.
I told you.
And Mr.
Come on now.
Yarbrough, we asked Mr. Batey, since becoming engaged to Dariya, have you had any sexual contact with anyone Dariya is not aware of?
That
Am
is
I correct? What was Mr. Batey's answer?
Mr. Batey answered no.
And what did the test results indicate?
Polygraph examination results indicated there was deception to that question.
That's a lie.
Lying. Give us lying. Give us lying. Give us lying. Give us lying.
That's a lie.
Give us lying.
Stand up, baby
Come
cub.
Come on.
Stand
Give us
up.
lying.
I'm done, bro. You
Stand
can
up.
have it. I don't know what I did to you to sit there and deserve to just be cheated on so much and lied to.
So you're gonna believe some tests?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
When they sit there and they say they're 100% accurate, and I'm pretty sure they asked questions like, "What's your birthday?" and those came back positive. So those are lies.
Mr. Yarbrough, thank you very much for your services.
You're welcome.
Something happened, Mr. Batey. You and I know something occurred. Now, your wife brought divorce papers to court. I'm going to ask them to be retrieved at this time.
Your Honor, I do have something to tell you.
What do you have to say, Mr. Batey?
I'm not in love anymore. I don't love him. And to be honest, who wouldn't cheat on you? Who wouldn't cheat on you?
You better not.
I work two
Don't
jobs.
talk to her like
I work
that.
2 jobs. Come
Don't talk
home,
to her like
cook,
that.
clean, take care of the kids, and what do? You sitting on a freaking couch watching TikTok and recording yourself.
Maybe
I gotta deal with a prima donna all day. I
Maybe
don't
if
care.
you treated me
I
better,
don't
you
care.
would get the wife you deserve.
Maybe if you
didn't
did
treat
something,
me
you
like
get a
crap.
loyal husband.
It's about doggone time you at least gave her the option to walk away, because she deserves somebody that thinks of her in a way that is positive,
Serve 'em.
not in a negative way. You have every right to say, this does not work for me, my needs have changed, but you have no right to try to keep her in the situation she is and destroy her self-esteem. That's where the problem is. No right to do that. That shows a lack of character, a lack of morals, a lack of integrity. That is not a man. That is where you made your mistake. Ms. Batey, would you like me to serve those papers?
Please.
Corey, please retrieve the papers. It is time for you to stand up for yourself. It is time for you not just to be a lion, but to be a lioness. I believe very strongly that your heart is a treasure. Stop letting people treat you like a doormat. Serve the papers, Corey.
You've been served.
Take back your power, take back your name. And by the way, Mr. Batey, until you get yourself together, that relationship's not gonna work out either. I understand that the papers have been signed. Please give them back to the plaintiff, Corey.
Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
Ma'am.
One last piece of advice. Until you do right by the right people, nothing you touch is ever going to be good enough. The truth has been revealed. This case is closed.
I'm so over it. I don't know what to do anymore.
It's okay. You gotta take back your power. You gotta take it back.
Made in Georgia.